All right. Now, breaking was going to be our first break sound. We're going into the show live right now. Okay. Okay. So we're ready.
Ready?
Yep.
Let's go.
I'd like to welcome everyone to Indy Talk of the Town. This is Christopher O'Banion, and without our co-host, Dimera, who's feeling ill. She's under the weather today. But we've got a great show planned for you today. We've got a special guest in-house, David Gorsage from Michaelis Construction. And we're going to be kicking it off with a lot of fun. We're going to learn a little bit about more what he does as a company, and also a little bit behind the scenes, who this man is. Why is this company doing what they do, and also some other avenues that Dave is working into. So as we go into this show today, we're going to be covering not only the things about business, but we're going to be covering things about what's happening in our communities. We're going to be talking a little bit about what's going on with the view of the world today. So just like to welcome everyone to our listeners. Be sure to follow us on Facebook on Indy Talk of the Town. Make sure that you go ahead and like that page, and if you want to listen live on the show, you can either go to indytalkofthetown.com, click on the Cool Groove link, and also, if not listening there, you can go to the TuneIn app, download that app, and you can just look for Radio Next Cool Groove, and you're able to listen in today. So this past week, we've had a lot of things going on. One of the best things that happened is that the weather's broken a little bit. And since our weather has broken a little bit, with our special guest, Dave in. Dave, how you doing today?
Hey, Chris, a great day. It is a beautiful day. We're going to hit 60 degrees this
Man,
week.
it's over 40. Can you believe that? Hey, I was shedding off the clothes, and it was just better to be in the car instead of at 10 below. Now we're at 40-something, almost 50 degrees.
I had my windows rolled down on the way over here.
Hey, there you go. Did you have your arm out, get a little suntan action?
I tried, yes.
Hey, well, I tell you, we're excited to have you in here. And, you know, just getting right into it, tell us a little bit about who you are and what you got going on there.
Well, about me, just kind of, I've lived in Indianapolis since about 91, moved here, I should say, back here from California, but frankly, most of my life, I still do. I'm a business consultant, and I've got 7 children between my wife and I. Always say same wife and no twins.
Okay, there you go. When it's cold, you know what to do, right?
Yeah, that's what they tell me.
Okay.
Yeah, but I do. You know, we've been a part of this community ever since '91. Even with the kids growing up, they've been a big part of the community. Continue to be. That's who we are as a family, and. I just love giving back to the community in the ways that I can, and that's how I came into the restoration business, with an understanding that there's a lot of people, even some of your listeners, that have calamities, whether it be by Mother Nature or unusual circumstances of fire, burst pipes, which that's some of the things obviously that happens this time of weather, what we just came out of. Or just natural disasters that challenge our homes, challenge our lifestyle. And I was motivated to get into it because there's a lot of people who just don't know where to turn. And I saw it more of as a ministry than really as a profession, Chris.
Okay. Yeah, because, I mean, when we had the opportunity to meet, we met through a group called Others First.
Yeah.
And that's a networking group out in Fishers. A little plug here for Others First Networking. Got a chance to know you over the past year and a half. And you're a great person, a great addition to the group. But you also had a lot of things that you were doing because you were either there or you were gone. You were on call for just about everything.
Yeah, I think that's the only challenge that I have when it comes to getting involved in a couple other groups that meet on a regular basis. Is just that I'm on call. Now I'm on call today. I was actually through the weekend, but
no calamities, right?
No, nothing that I have to go to right now. But it's I enjoy the opportunity to be called and to help people out.
So with that, we know that there's been a few tragedies that have happened lately. I know there's been some fires. There's been a lot of damage from the cold weather. And unfortunately, that's when you get your phone call. But kind of like, what's that process like when, from the time that a calamity happens to the time that you and your company can intervene?
Well, and again, it depends on whether it's a fire. I mean, fire, we are typically on the scene, and the fire department's still there.
Okay.
Because there's, as you can imagine, if you've ever been through a fire, you know that your mind is reels. And what we try to do is get there to help that homeowner, the residents, the renters, to settle their mind, just to think about, just in the next 24 to 48 hours, how we help process through that. So we're on the scene right away. And really, it's about a 2-week, the initial engagement's about 2 weeks, because you got insurance companies coming in, you got adjusters coming in, you have other parties that are part of that loss that are coming in, and so we try to help them just process through that. So fire is a very, it's an urgency, and it's also a little bit longer period of engagement initially. That has nothing to do with the rebuilding process.
Right.
Then for a water, I mean, again, we are an emergency response company.
Okay.
Unlike, unfortunately, last year when it was so cold, we ran out of equipment. It got so bad, and we just couldn't respond as quickly. Everybody had a lot of disaster situations, but trees into homes, water, any type, we are on the spot typically. I come out there within an hour to 2 hours, and we have, not just myself, there's a couple of my other partners that come out there just to assess the situation right away.
Okay.
And then to determine, kind of like if you were had to go to the emergency room, what's the real depth of the challenge here on that home and on the family, and then how quickly do we need to get other responders in there to help them out.
So the great thing about it is just that you do have that sense of urgency, that you can go there and you can kind of bond with them and build a relationship. I had a recent customer, and he's actually just moving back into his house. They had a fire over on the east side, and he's been displaced for about 2.5 months. So right around Christmas, when the fire occurred for him, and they've been staying in a local hotel, but it was an electrical fire that they didn't know anything about. Apparently a contractor did some shoddy work, and their house burnt down. So, thank God no one lost their life, but I understand there is a need for you guys to be able to come in, and thank God for insurance as well, because you want to make sure that you do protect your assets.
Well, I will say, in fact, I just came from one of the insurance agents that I do a lot of work with right around the corner here. We just had that conversation, though, Chris, which is, thank God for insurance, but praise God when you have it.
Yes, that is true.
And I think I say that because there's a lot of people, whether it's themselves, children, relatives, their own family, there's times when they feel they don't need insurance, or more importantly, they're underinsured.
Right.
And that's where I would say, for God's sake, just make sure your relatives are covered. They have some coverage.
Right.
Because even when you have personal property, if you're a renter, your personal property, most policies, you're not going to get anything less than 15 grand, but that goes pretty quick too.
Right, exactly, yeah. So I guess the key thing is understanding what you need to protect yourself from this type of situation, but if it does happen, Michaelis Corporation is available to come on out and assist them. Okay, I'll tell you what, we're going to go into some other areas to go more in detail, because we'd like to find out where you guys are located, what people need to look out for, is there a proper identification? Because sometimes, when people just show up, you don't know who they are.
True.
So let's learn a little bit more about your process.
That's great.
So I tell you, we're going to take a commercial break. We're going to have to pay some bills here. We want to thank our sponsors out here, especially Radio Next, one of the greatest internet radio programs that are out here, and also our sponsor, WebSource International. We provide custom technology solutions for businesses. We provide website development, app development, point-of-sale systems, as well as video surveillance, and any type of IT solutions for your business. If you're looking for a one-stop shop to help you with all your technology solutions, make sure you visit WebSource International online at websourceinternational.com, or you can just give us a call at area code 317-652-2815. As we go into